In today's economy, more people than ever are looking to buy and sell businesses. But how do you do it? Welcome to the Deal Board, presented by Transworld Business Advisors. Straight talk about real deals and real people. Listen to stories, interviews, and expert advice to help your business sale, merger, or acquisition process. Now, here are your business exit experts, Andy and JT.
In today's episode of the Deal Board, we're diving into what it's really like to run a business as a couple. I'm JT, Jim Tatum, your host, and my co-host Andy is joined by Bob and Caroline Kelliher from Transworld Business Advisors of Central and Western Washington, who've built and rebuilt businesses together for decades, from party supply stores and bakeries, then teaching at Cordon Bleu, and now helping entrepreneurs buy and sell their companies. They share how they divide responsibilities, support each other through challenges, and keep both their marriage and business thriving. You're going to learn how Bob and Caroline first met working together and how they've turned that partnership into multiple successful businesses. You'll hear the highs and lows of running large retail stores and involving their entire family in the business. You'll also check out Caroline's time teaching at Cordon Bleu and how that chapter shaped their next move. That was their transition to Transworld and how they now split duties between marketing, buyers, and closing deals. And finally, grab their advice for couples in business. Communicate clearly, respect each other's roles, and leave emotion out of business decisions. You've landed on the Transworld Business Advisors Deal Board. Let's get into it.
Transworld Business Advisors is the world's largest business brokerage and mergers and acquisitions firm with over 1,000 brokers and nearly 250 offices worldwide. Transworld's team handles thousands of business sales every year. To be connected with a qualified business broker or learn more about the buying and selling process, visit tworld.com or call 800-205-7605.
Hey, welcome back, everybody, to the Deal Board. And I am so honored to be joined by Bob and Caroline Kelliher from Transworld Business Advisors of Central and Western Washington. And today we have a great topic that we're talking about here on the Deal Board. And, you know, I hesitate to talk about it because I've never really done it, because we're talking about husband and wives and partners getting into businesses. And so I think it takes we wanted to cover the topic because we've never covered it. You know, hundreds of episodes here on the Deal Board. We haven't talked about a husband and wife teams getting together and running businesses together. And I was talking to the two of you about it. And so, first of all, tell me, you've done this before. You've done this your whole lives?
Yes,
basically?
yes. Caroline, when I first met her, I worked for my parents in a greeting card distributorship, and she came in and applied for the office manager position, and so I got to share it. We fell in love immediately, and then when we decided to start our own business together, it was in the party supply business. Yeah. So we owned a rather large party supply store, and we did that together, and we got along great. And we did have, separate. You like the buying, and I like more. I liked ordering. I like receiving goods. I love merchandising. I loved, all that about it. I loved working with the employees and that kind of stuff. And so, just fell in love with retail for the first time. I didn't have any experience in it, but I did some good research, and we did that together for
20-something years.
20 years?
20 years, yeah. We opened multiple stores.
You have to really, really get along in order to work together, especially for that long.
Well, I have questions. So number one, it sounds like you were front of the house, and Caroline, you were kind of back of the office.
Yeah,
kind of.
We shared both.
We shared both duties. I pretty much took care of the people managing. That was definitely it. She did a lot of merchandise. We got into the gift business, and that was all her, going to the gift shows and that kind of stuff. And
right.
As far as the party supplies and reordering, I was the one that was focused on like point of sale and fulfillment. And, I would love unpacking semis and breaking open boxes and getting it out there and merchandising. And Halloween was so huge for us. So that encompassed us for like 4 or 5 months out of the year, just getting ready for that. But
the bulk of the business.
Yeah, it was
really Halloween was it was a big seasonal business.
Yeah.
So do you bring it home? Did you talk about it at home every night, or is
Always.
Yeah, always. You brought home the catalogs, seasonal catalogs. You're constantly working on inventory and
our children
getting ready for the next season. Yeah, you almost
Halloween
almost had a child in the back room.
Oh yeah.
And then
I literally almost.
Yeah, no, I can imagine. I say that because I was working with my cousin and she was sweeping the floors and having contractions at the same time.
Yeah.
So
but we would bring home Halloween costume catalogs and have our kids pick out all the costumes.
Yeah, what's popular? What does everybody like in your school? And they would help us with selections and stuff like that.
So it's like a family business too, right?
It was.
Yeah, the store was 10,000 square feet, and then we opened another one.
Right.
And so it takes a lot. It takes a family.
Right. And you eventually had 4, right?
No,
no,
2. we had the 2. And then
Seasonal.
we opened up a Sweet Caroline's, which was a coffee and chocolate and bakery in one of the stores, because Caroline has some experience in the baking end.
Right.
And then I think your brother worked there, our daughter worked there, our son worked there, nieces worked there. It was a great place to teach them work ethic, entrepreneurship,
right,
and it did really well for them.
So you got out of that business.
Yes.
You went to Vegas for a while. I know your stories, right?
Yes.
Was it after you went to Vegas,
Yes.
right? To be a chef.
I went to chef at a chef instructor at Le Cordon Bleu.
Right.
We did that for almost 10 years.
But you weren't in that business necessarily.
No, I got hired on because of my party experience as a party supply expert. So I got hired on with a company out of Vegas that would sell party supply stores to people.
So not only were you separated in job, but you were separated by geography too. Yeah. So you went both extremes. You're working together 24/7.
Yes.
And then you go completely not together. So what brought you back together? Was it that you wanted to be back together in business, or is it the opportunity? Or
the opportunity, I think.
2 things. I enjoy working for myself. And so when I was in Vegas, I was working for somebody else. She was always working for herself. But she loved Le Cordon Bleu and loved teaching people to be chefs. But when that closed in North America, we had a decision to make. What do we want to do? And I asked her, I said, are we ever going back to Washington State? She said no, but then we ended up going back. But I did enjoy Vegas, but no, being back in Washington State is great because we have grandkids now and it's great spending time with them. But I just wanted to get back working with her in something.
Right.
And, we found UFG, and then from there we found Transworld, and we decided to make that our career, our finals.
Right. Do you still split up the duties somewhat?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm the front of the house again. So we start out with the buyers and sellers. And once we have a buyer, then I take over and work that buyer. And then once they're ready, then it goes back to Bob.
Right.
Yeah. So she does all the initial marketing as well. And once we've got somebody who's now seriously interested in the business, then it goes to me, and then I'll take it from there. And, I'll work with both sides as an intermediary and get it done, help the buyer get the loan, help, whatever is needed, I'll get it done. So.
Right. So it is a divide and conquer. Yeah. It's like, you're not necessarily going on seller and buyer meetings together.
No, we've never done that.
You never know that. So it's not 1 + 1 = 1. You're trying to make 1 + 1 = 3.
Yes, exactly.
Trying to do the work of 3 people with 2.
Yeah.
What do you love about working together?
I think it's that we communicate.
Yeah.
All day, morning to night, and we always have something to talk about. We're here in Florida and we're working, and we can do that because we're together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It works out well.
It's nice to have somebody that knows everything about what you're doing and knows how difficult it can be, and compassion and appreciation, and those kind of things go a long ways in this job, and they mean a lot. And I know how hard her job is. She knows how hard my job is. And when I'm down, she picks me up and vice versa. And,
you both seem to get along really, really well. Are there tough times, or is there disagreements of how something should be handled? Not that there's disagreements with you, but
not always. Just sometimes.
No.
She's in charge.
The only one. There's only one thing where I'll start a conversation and she'll say, "Which listing?" Just start off with the listing. Don't just start.
Yeah, he's in it all day long, and so when he comes up, we have 3 floors, and when we meet in the middle, and he starts talking, just like, wait,
which listing?
What do
start with the listing?
Start with the subject.
Yeah, that would be the only thing.
Exactly.
Other than that, we're
but
really
it's
tight.
Even though we work together all day, we don't really see each other, except maybe we'll meet in the middle for lunch,
right?
And then we won't see each other until dinner, so around 6:00. So, but because we're so busy, but when we do need to talk to each other, even though we're in the same house, we call, we use the phone, or I'll email him.
Yeah.
And we do have an office in Issaquah, so we like to get out there at least one day a week, work together in the same room.
Meet our brokers.
Yeah, meet the other brokers and other agents, and so it's good. I love working with her.
If you were to give advice to couples or partners, getting together and going into business together, what would that advice be?
I'd say leave the emotion out and focus on the goal.
Right.
Yeah. The common goal.
Yeah. I don't think all husbands and wives can pull this off, but if you can, it's amazing, so it's definitely worth trying. I mean, and if you have to put a little effort into it to figure out each other's roles and then give that person that authority to do those things, and that's their job. Let them be them, and you be you.
Yeah, you have a really, I could tell, a very big mutual respect for each other's skills, and quote unquote territory. Like, this is your expertise. You said that earlier, even before we started. That making the sim. That's her.
That's her. Yeah.
Yeah, and she's good at it, and you stay out of it.
I stay out of it. And I just have to make sure I get the stuff I need to send to her so she can make it, like the recasted financials, and I'll send whatever she needs, and then so she can do her magic and make it beautiful.
That's great.
Yeah, I think this it's not a job really. It's our life. It's what we do.
It's a lifestyle, right?
And I think Transworld lets us do that. It works out that we can be together and move forward together.
Yeah, we are of service in a way. I mean, I love the job so much because I'm helping people get to retirement. I'm helping that first-time business owner, own their own business. Sure. I remember when I did that, it was the most amazing thing. I think everybody should own their own company at some point. And if it doesn't work out, you will learn so much from it that you'll be a better person.
Yeah.
For whatever you do in the future. But business ownership, entrepreneurship, you got to do it. So.
Yeah, I agree. There's nothing better than to learn from your failures.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
If you don't learn, somebody said you either learn or you earn.
Yeah, true.
So you got to do what you got to do one or the other, know. So, but it sounds like you have a great partnership in Transworld and everything you've done in your lives. So congratulations on that, because they are Hall of Famers here at Transworld, and we're very proud of both of you for everything where you've come, the business you've built, and we're very appreciative of that. So.
Thank you, Andy.
Thank you both for coming in today. And I appreciate you taking time out from your little fun spot to do some business here in Fort Lauderdale. Thanks.
Yes. Thanks
for coming in today. Again, what's the best way to get in touch with you if somebody's out in Central or Western Washington?
Just call my cell, 509-558-7150, or call Caroline.
425-531-0042.
Available to sell your business or couples counseling, one of the two, right? So thanks, guys. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Andy.
Hey, Andy, do you know what time it is?
What time?
It's time for Deal of the Week.
Ring the bell. Hey, welcome back, everybody. It is Deal of the Week, and I am here with Bob and Caroline Kelliher from Transworld Business Advisors of Central and Western Washington. They do a great job, and they just happen to be here in Fort Lauderdale. We dragged them into the studio, getting some great stories from them today, but we wanted to talk about this deal because it is interesting. It's almost like everybody's dream to have one of these businesses, right?
Yeah, it is.
What kind of business was it?
This very small inn in a historical town in Washington State is where they filmed Northern Exposure.
There you go.
The town is called Roslyn.
The building used to be a dental office.
Really?
Back in the late 1800s.
Wow.
So it had some of the tools still on the walls.
Wow. And some of the ghosts still screaming.
I think so.
Yeah. If you've never been to Roslyn, it's a wonderful place, not only because of the filming of that show, but it has the oldest continuous active bar in all of Washington State. It's called The Brick.
Okay.
And, it's a coal mining town. A lot of history there, but this inn has 3 rooms and that's it.
Wow!
So you can rent the whole building out, or you can just rent a room, and they have a shared kitchen area and people share bathrooms and stuff like that. But we sold it back it was one of the first transactions I think we did back in 2019.
One of your first.
Yeah, that was one of my first deals. And then we've sold it again last week to another family, husband and wife and kids. They want to run that in, so they're very excited.
Wow,
Caroline, maybe you can share how we met the first buyers who bought the inn.
So we were sitting in the pub.
Yes, I think it was New Year's Eve or New Year's Eve.
Yeah. And they said, what do you do? And we said, we're business brokers. And they said, oh, we're looking for a business.
There you go.
And then all of a sudden, we were talking back and forth, and Bob happened to know the code
to get into the inn. And I said, so it didn't require an NDA. So I said, let me show you the inn. So we walked out of the pub and down the street. It was only about 200 yards. And we got them inside the inn and showed them around, and they fell in love with it. So,
wow.
It was exactly what they were looking for.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah. And this new buyer that just bought it, he's a pastor out of Ellensburg, and he just wanted something for him and his wife to do and wanted to stay local. And there's not a lot of business opportunities out in that area. And so this one came up, a lot of activity, had 2 people making offers.
Wow.
So it sold for above asking price. And it was cash with seller financing. So.
Great.
Yeah.
Did they own the property, or is it just a lease?
No, there's one gentleman in town that owns most of the buildings, and him and his family want to keep that forever. So,
all right. Well, great. Sounds like another great deal in Roslyn,
Washington.
Wow. Sounds like a great deal. So if anybody else has a business in and around Central Western Washington, what's the best way to get in touch with the 2 of you?
Why don't you answer that question? No? Oh, you can call me, 509-558-7150, or you can call Caroline at
425-531-0042.
There you go. Direct connection right to them. So thank you both for coming in today. Another great deal.
Thanks for having us.
Hey, JT, do you know what time it is?
Money time?
Almost. It's time for Listing of the Week.
Hi, I'm JT Hart, President and CEO of Transworld Business Advisors right here in Greater Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky. And if you're like me, you probably love the smell of fresh bread in the morning. Well, just imagine owning a legacy bakery that's been delighting the community for decades. But this just isn't any bakery. It's a well-loved institution with deep roots, brand equity, and loyal customers who continue to come back. With or without the optional real estate, this business provides a turnkey platform for baking. Retail, wholesale, catering, it's all there and all supported by the infrastructure and reputation already in place. The ovens, the infrastructure, the workflows, the supplier relationship, the staff, it's all there for the taking, and it's all there for that next owner, which could be you. You would have opportunities to expand product lines, open satellite locations, modernize their e-commerce offerings, or even partner with a cafe concept to drive new traffic. Again, I'm JT Hart, President and CEO of Transworld Business Advisors of Greater Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky, and we believe this bakery is a great opportunity with both heart and hard value. Ready to need your next move? Let's talk. Please contact my team today, and let's get you into this amazing opportunity.
Thanks for tuning in to the show today. If you like the podcast, share it with your friends on social media. And don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review on your favorite podcasting app. If you have questions, would like to appear, or have suggestions for topics for the show, get in contact with us through our website, thedealboardpodcast.com.